I'm sure you all imagine what it would be like if the dinosaurs still existed. But what would it be like? What would it be like to have a dinosaur living in your own home? What species of dinosaur would it be? And how would you treat it? I think that there are multiple ways that a dinosaur could make a decent pet, and as far as what kind of dinosaur would make a good pet, well, I'm gonna go for two scenarios. One is if we manage to finally get the science right to bring dinosaurs back from extinction, or two, if dinosaurs never went extinct and coexisted with humans. Now, if we were to bring dinosaurs back from extinction, then they would be exactly as they were when they roamed the earth millions of years ago. If they had existed alongside us, they would have been domesticated and selectively bred until they would scarcely resemble what we see in the fossil record. Now, if we were to bring them back from the dead, we would probably just go with the basics. Larger herbivores such as sauropods and ceratopsians, and of course the carnivores such as Allosaurus, Deinonychus, and Tyrannosaurus. Now, you see, over in Africa, the herbivores such as rhinos and hippos actually kill more people each year than the lions and crocodiles do. And because of that, I actually think that I would rather take my chances with a Tyrannosaurus than a Triceratops. So even though in such movies as Jurassic Park, the Triceratops is portrayed as a gentle giant, it is possible that it was highly aggressive and more dangerous than the carnivores. So that rules out Triceratops. On the other hand, Tyrannosaurus rex was still a vicious predator, and it could be possible that, like the predators that exist today, they would be reluctant to attack humans because we don't look like what would normally be on their menu. Now, I don't think that a Tyrannosaurus would make a good pet, but if it really had a skin thickness proportionate to its size, then its skin would probably make perfect leather for clothing and furniture upholstery. Now let's take a look at the sauropods. The very long necks and even longer tails. They may appear unarmed at first, but don't let that fool you. You see, ankylosaurs have clubs for tails, Stegosaurus had daggers for tails, and the sauropods, they had whips for tails. They could A whip from the tail of an apatosaurus could carry enough force to knock out a large carnivore. So, if one of them saw a human as a threat, it would kill in an instant. So that actually narrows down the selection of what dinosaur would make a good pet from de extinction a considerable amount, leaving behind things like the small herbivores. And for my final answer of what de extinction dinosaur would make a good pet, my the Hypsilophodont. They were pretty small, standing only about 1 to 1.5 meters off the ground, and they didn't have sharp teeth or any weaponized tail or thumb spikes like seen in the iguanodon, so they would be almost perfectly harmless. Although they were a bit fast and could possibly run a person down if they saw someone as a threat, but they are probably the least dangerous of the dinosaurs shown in the fossil record. Now, what if the dinosaurs had never gone extinct and instead coincided with humans? Well, the cavemen would first have found a way to contain they would probably go for a medium sized carnivore, such as a Deinonychus or a Dilophosaur. They would probably build some sort of trap that would capture the dinosaur without killing it, and they would gradually tame, breed, and domesticate the dinosaurs. Now, let's take a look at the early dawn of humanity. back when mankind first domesticated the wolf. The wolf was, and still is, a formidable predator and often associated with the very essence of fear itself. Yeah, but these days, their descendants, something like a corgi or a chihuahua, is the exact opposite. So it could be the same thing with the dinosaurs. We could have what once was a pack hunting killing machine like Deinonychus to something that could be a perfectly harmless being about this big that barely even resembles what it was a long time ago. And that leaves a great many options for what would make a good dinosaur pet. And that would include small herbivores like the Hypsilophodont. But as far as if they never went extinct, I can't definitively say what species would make a good pet. Now, what species of dinosaur do you think would make a good pet, taking into account de extinction or never going extinct? Leave your answers in the comments, and I will see what I think of your ideas.